Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that touches every single one of us. Work, but not just work for the sake of working. We're going to explore what the Bible has to say about diligence, hard work, and how it connects to prosperity and wealth. It's a powerful and often misunderstood subject, so let's unpack it together with wisdom straight from the scriptures. In our fast-paced world, we're often sold a dream of overnight success. We see stories of people getting rich quick, and it's easy to think that's the only path to financial well-being. But the Bible paints a very different picture. It champions a principle that is timeless and true, the power of diligence. So, what exactly is diligence? It's more than just being busy. Diligence is careful, persistent, and earnest effort. It's about working with purpose, excellence, and a commitment to seeing things through. It's a character trait that God not only values but also promises to bless. Let's start with one of the most direct verses on this topic, from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 10:4 says, "Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth." This is a foundational principle. The verse draws a clear line between laziness and poverty, and diligence and wealth. It's not a guarantee that every diligent person will become a millionaire, but it establishes a general truth. Consistent, hard work is a key ingredient for financial stability and prosperity. It's about building, step by step, rather than waiting for a lottery win. Think about it in your own life. When you apply yourself wholeheartedly to a task, whether it's at your job, in your business, or even managing your home, you see better results. Diligence creates opportunities. It builds trust with employers, clients, and partners. It develops skills and expertise, making you more valuable in your field. This verse isn't a judgment, it's a piece of wisdom, a cause and effect observation for our benefit. Now, let's go a little deeper. Proverbs 21:5 tells us, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." This adds another layer to our understanding. Diligence isn't just about working hard, it's also about working smart. It involves planning, foresight, and patience. The hasty person is the one who chases get-rich-quick schemes, who jumps from one idea to the next without a solid plan, and who lacks the patience to see a project through its challenges. Their efforts often lead to nothing. The diligent person, on the other hand, thinks ahead. They set goals, create strategies, and then apply consistent effort to execute those plans. Their path leads to abundance. This abundance might be financial, but it can also mean an abundance of peace, stability, and fulfillment that comes from building something lasting. This verse encourages us to be thoughtful in our work. Before you start a new project or career path, do you plan? Do you seek counsel? Do you count the cost? This strategic approach, combined with hard work, is the biblical formula for success. But what about the quality of our work? Does it matter how we work, as long as we're busy? The Apostle Paul gives us a powerful perspective in Colossians 3:23-24. He writes, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." This completely reframes our entire concept of work. Our daily job, no matter how grand or how humble, is an act of worship. When we approach our tasks with excellence, integrity, and a positive attitude, we are serving God Himself. This mindset shifts our motivation from simply earning a paycheck or pleasing a boss to honoring our Creator. When you work with all your heart, you're not cutting corners, you're not doing the bare minimum. You are striving for excellence because your work is a reflection of your commitment to God. And notice the promise attached. You will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. This speaks of an eternal reward, but it also often manifests in earthly blessings. People who work with this level of integrity and excellence are often promoted, trusted with more responsibility, and find favor in their careers. They become reliable, and reliability is a highly valued commodity. Let's continue in Proverbs, a book filled with practical wisdom for daily life. Proverbs 12:24 says, "The hand of the diligent will rule, while the slothful will be put to forced labor." This verse speaks about leadership and influence. Diligence leads to advancement. Those who are hardworking, responsible, and prove they can be trusted are the ones who naturally move into positions of authority and leadership. They rule not in a domineering way, but in the sense that they are given charge over things. Conversely, the slothful or lazy person ends up in a position of subservience. They lose their autonomy and find themselves working under the direction of others, often in less than desirable circumstances. This isn't about a class system. It's about the natural consequences of our actions and our character. By cultivating diligence, you are also cultivating your capacity for leadership and your ability to have a greater impact on the world around you. Another powerful verse is Proverbs 13:4. "The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied." We all have desires. We want a comfortable life. We want to provide for our families. We want to be able to be generous. The sluggard or lazy person has these cravings too, but their inaction means their desires are never fulfilled. They want the destination without being willing to make the journey. The diligent person, however, sees their desires met. Their soul is richly supplied. This doesn't mean they get everything they want instantly, but through their persistent effort, planning, and hard work, they gradually acquire the resources to meet their needs and achieve their goals. There is a deep satisfaction that comes from enjoying the fruits of your own labor, a satisfaction the sluggard never gets to experience. Let's also touch on the long-term view. Proverbs 22:29 asks a rhetorical question. Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. This verse connects diligence with skill. True diligence isn't just mindless repetition. It involves a commitment to getting better at what you do. It's about honing your craft, learning new things, and striving to become an expert in your field. When you become truly skillful, your talent becomes undeniable. It opens doors to opportunities you might never have imagined. Standing before kings is a metaphor for reaching the highest levels of your profession and gaining influence and respect. Your excellence will make room for you. This is an encouragement to us all. Don't just work hard, work to become skillful. Invest in yourself, in your education, and in your training. The rewards for developing mastery are immense. However, it's crucial to maintain a proper perspective on wealth. The Bible encourages diligence and hard work, which often lead to wealth, but it also gives strong warnings about the love of money. 1 Timothy 6:10 famously says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Notice, it's the love of money, not money itself. That's the problem. Our work and the wealth it generates should be tools, not idols. They are means to provide for our families, to be generous to others, and to further God's kingdom. When wealth becomes our primary goal, our master, it leads to greed, anxiety, and moral compromise. Ecclesiastes 5:10 puts it this way: whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This is a profound truth about human nature. If your heart is set on accumulating wealth for its own sake, you'll find yourself on a treadmill of dissatisfaction. There will always be more to acquire. True contentment is found not in abundance but in God. So, the biblical model is this: work diligently and with all your heart. As for the Lord, trust that He will bless your efforts and provide for your needs. When He does provide abundance, hold it with an open hand. Be a good steward of what He's given you. Use your resources to bless others and to honor Him. This is the path to true, lasting prosperity, a prosperity that includes not just financial resources, but also peace, purpose, and contentment. Let's recap these powerful principles. First, diligence is a key to prosperity, while laziness leads to poverty. Second, diligent work involves careful planning, not just hasty action. Third, our work should be done with excellence, as an act of worship to God. Fourth, diligence leads to skill and influence. And finally, we must always guard our hearts against the love of money, using wealth as a tool for good rather than an idol. These aren't just ancient sayings, they are practical, life-altering truths that you can apply starting today. Look at your work, your habits, your mindset. Are you being diligent? Are you working with a plan? Are you striving for excellence, as if you were working directly for God? Making these shifts can change everything. It can turn a mundane job into a meaningful mission. It can transform financial struggle into a journey of building and provision. The power of diligence is real, and it is a gift of wisdom for us to embrace. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this important topic. I hope this has been encouraging and insightful for you. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which verse resonated with you the most? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.